Dubai was supposed to be the city of the future. The tallest buildings, the biggest malls, the wildest hotels. They said nothing could stop it. But then, things stopped. And today, scattered all across Dubai, are broken dreams, empty skyscrapers, abandoned islands, mega projects that died before they were born. So, how did the world's richest city run out of money? The Dream City. Let's go back. Before the 1970s, Dubai was just a small desert town, a fishing port. Then, they found oil. And overnight, Dubai became rich. But here's the thing. Dubai knew oil wouldn't last forever. So they made a new plan. Turn the desert into the most famous city on earth. They built Burj Al Arab, a hotel shaped like a sail. They built Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. They built the Dubai Mall with an ice rink, an aquarium, and over 1,200 stores. But they didn't stop. They wanted more. Artificial islands shaped like palm trees, a chain of man-made islands shaped like a map of the world, even a rotating skyscraper that would spin to follow the sun. The first cracks. When you build at this speed, it's like running on a credit card. In the early 2000s, Dubai borrowed billions from banks. They sold apartments before they were even built. Investors from around the world threw money at them. Then, 2008 happened. The global financial crisis, money dried up, investors ran away, and just like that, construction stopped. The world islands. 300 islands meant to look like a map of the world. Richard Branson once stood on Great Britain, waving a Union Jack flag. Today, many islands are sinking back into the sea. Dubai waterfront, planned to be twice the size of Hong Kong. Only a fraction ever got built, the Dynamic Tower. A rotating skyscraper where every floor could spin 360 degrees. Never got past the design stage.
For those of us living on land, the view is a lot less fluid. What we see out our windows is what we're stuck with, unless buildings could move. That's the vision of David Fisher, who's planning the world's first rotating skyscraper in Dubai.
The Dubai Tower is the first building designed in 4 dimensions. In other words, the first building that continued to change its shape, never looked the same. I call these buildings designed by life, shaped by time.
It's an idea that's literally revolutionary. Each apartment in the Dubai Tower rotates 360 degrees. The views change minute to minute, and the building itself will be constantly shifting its shape. It's a concept that challenges some of our basic notions of what a building looks like and what it can do. Each apartment will move independently.
You can adjust the speed, you can stop, you can adjust command, just voice activated. You say faster, slower, speed 1, speed 2, stop, start, and it rotates. The floor is rotating very smoothly. You don't hear anything, you don't feel anything.
To get into your apartment, you'll take an elevator in the building's stationary core and step out onto the slowly turning floor. Then imagine watching the sun rise and set from the same living room window. Program your home to rotate with the sun throughout the day or stay in the shade. Your view will always be yours to customize for a price. These apartments will cost as much as $30 million each. But on the bright side, you won't pay a penny for electricity.
We decided to put wind turbines between the floors, as we have a space about 2 feet gap between one floor and another. So if I have 80-story building, I have 79 wind turbines. So it is a power station, a green power station. So I can power the entire building with this wind turbine and have some additional power to sell to the neighbors.
Constructing this tower will be as unconventional as living in it. Not only will this be the world's first rotating tower, it will also be the world's first prefabricated skyscraper. Individual units will be built off-site, complete with plumbing and electrical connections, and then hung one at a time from the building's stationary central core. Water pipes inside the core will connect to pipes in the rotating apartments through detachable valves, the same way that aerial tankers refuel jets in flight. By rethinking basic assumptions, architects like David Fisher are pointing the way to whole new ways of future living.
I think that these buildings make people think that everything is possible in life. Whoever had doubts has no doubts now.
The fallout. When the money stopped, thousands of workers were stranded. Some couldn't get paid. Some slept in abandoned construction sites. Many simply left the country, their dreams unfinished, just like the buildings. For Dubai's leaders, it was an embarrassment. The world had been watching, and now the future city looked like a ghost town. But here's the twist. Dubai didn't give up. They cut deals with Abu Dhabi for emergency loans. They rebranded. Instead of building everything, they focused on fewer, flashier projects. That's why you still see luxury headlines today, like the Museum of the Future or the Ain Dubai Ferris wheel. But even now, not everything works out. Recent example, Palm Jebel Ali. Planned to be even bigger than the famous Palm Jumeirah. Construction stopped for years. Parts sat empty until a relaunch in 2023. Many early buyers waited over a decade for something to happen. The hidden costs. Here's the thing about half-finished mega projects. They don't just vanish. They cost millions each year to maintain, guard, or tear down. Empty skyscrapers become safety hazards. Artificial islands can cause erosion and damage sea life. And if you look closely at Dubai's skyline, you'll see it. Cranes that haven't moved in years. Dubai still sells the dream. Tourists see the luxury hotels, giant malls, and perfect beaches. But just outside the camera frame, the skeletons remain.
Shortly after its completion, the New York Times reported that the Palm Jumeirah, as well as the 3 other mega projects, were all sinking back into the ocean at a rate of 5 millimeters per year, with one article stating, "We're guessing that sand piled up from the ocean floor isn't all that good at sustaining the weight of tons of man-made structures, cars, and so forth." The island's developer, Nikhil Properties, responded to these claims by stating, "The palm is intact. If there was subsidence, you would see cracks in the building's windows popping out. We have no evidence of that happening," even going so far as to sue the builder Penguin Marine, who simply stated that erosion could eat away at the islands. Then there's the issue of the water itself. The 3 man-made palms were designed with a crescent on the outside, protecting the residential houses on the inside from the open ocean. Although this has since resulted in issues with water flow, essentially turning the ocean into a lake by stagnating the water within the crescent. On top of this, a study was published in 2022 discussing the Palm Jumeirah Island's construction effects on the surrounding water quality and surface temperatures, which found that the island's construction permanently changed the quality and temperature of the water, causing yet another concern from the public to do with the environment. I have so many questions though, ecological and economic concerns. Did the construction of the islands drive away marine life? Where did the brought-in sand come from? And what methods did they use to make sure that the original place of the sand didn't suffer any ecological disaster? When construction began on the islands back in the early 2000s, environmental sustainability wasn't the massive concern that it is these days. The islands were built by transporting 94 million cubic meters of sand from the seafloor, displacing marine life in the process. A Duke University study from 2006, which analyzed the island's impacts on marine wildlife, found that the Palm Jumeirah has buried and asphyxiated wildlife, increased turbidity, and changed the alongshore sediment transport, while also completely changing the wave patterns on the mainland.
Dubai wanted to prove that money can build anything, but money runs out. And when it does, the future stops halfway. The question is, if it can happen to the richest city in the world, could it happen to your city too?